This section is about form processing. So we are going to learn how to make some forms. And at the first part, we already learned about the sequence diagram. Now we are going to take a look on the difference between get and post. And then we will do the filtering in the form processing. So first, get and post. Whenever you do have a form, we will have action. We call it form action. In the action, it always refers to the URL link that you are going to point out. So in the form, later we will take a look the detail. There should be action, and this action always go to a kind of link URL. So you can specify the action in the form. For now, let's just use URL link, but at the other section, maybe after the mid-exam, we will learn how to use the JavaScript. So we can also handle the form with the JavaScript. So you can also use some kind of post. Not the previous example. You can use the next example, the post method, using the redirect. There are two kinds of action that we can deal with. The first is get, and the other is post. Okay, so what are the get and post? Get means I'm going to request data from a specified resource. And it will show the parameter in the link. So the query string is sent in the URL. If you are using post, it means you are going to submit the data to be processed into the specific resource, and it will transfer the parameter, the data, by storing in the HTTP message body. So it means you do not need to share the string, and you can retrieve the parameter using variable. So the difference between the get and post can be seen like this one. If you are using the get request can be cache. Do you know what does it mean, cache? Cache means you will save it into the memory. So do you know about cookies? Cookies, not Guaja. This is the cookies from the website. For example, let me go to Guardian. Yeah. So whenever you go to a website, nowadays they will ask you about the cookies like this one. It's your choice whether you want to accept the cookies or not. It means if you accept, your browser will save about this website information. Yes, I accept. Then every time you access this website, they will detect you. They will know about your pattern. They will know about your behavior on looking the website. So they are using the get request because they can be cache. They can store all the information, and they can trace which website or which news that you are interested on. If we are using post, the post requests are never cached. So we can use this one for the better security. If you are using the GET request remain in the browser history. In the Chrome, I guess you can see. Let me check. Yeah, Internet Sayong Giro. Okay, so you can see the Bangun Giro. Okay. So if you click this one, then yeah, you can see all the history. Why we have this history? Because we are still using the GET. But if you are using the post requests do not remain in the browser history. So that's the benefit of using post. GET request can be bookmarked. Post request cannot be bookmarked. So do you know bookmark? You can save it into the web browser. For example, in this case, you can put the star. Yeah, when you click the star, 현재 tab bookmark 추가. Yeah, so it means you will do the saving on this website. But if you are using post request cannot be bookmarked. GET requests have length restriction. Post requests have no restriction on the data length. So if you look at the Google, last time I think I give you some examples, google.com. Now I'm going to search information system management. So you can see here, this is the result from the GET. And they have the capacity. So this link has kind of limitation. They have like 255 characters. So it cannot be more than 255 characters. And GET requests should never be used when dealing with sensitive data. If you are using password, then you cannot use GET. So it is not recommended to use GET. Post is safe from the sensitive data. And GET requests should be used only to retrieve data. If you want to get some data, for example, in the search function in the Google, so you can use GET. Post should be used for the privacy data. So if you are in the banking system, or if you are in the insurance company, or if you are doing the online shopping, okay, so most of them, they will use post for the payment, even though maybe when you look at the products, you need to use GET. Okay, so you need to distinguish which part of your web should use post and which part of your web should use GET. When you use GET, you will have something like this one, name equals to Q. It means you have the HTTP, let's say we have the link on our FAST API, and then we have name equals to Q. So it means the name is the variable, and the name Q will be transferred into the Python file. So we will transfer this one into the Python or the backend. So the Q will be the parameter for the query. So later, if we use any kind of name, for example, then we want to query based on this name. If you want to filter according to other attribute, then you need to add or modify the query and also the input in the HTML file. So for example, yeah, this case, if I have the example.com and then I have checked, so the first parameter will be separated with question mark. So this is the variable. So the first variable is 1, 2, 3. And then there will be a symbol n. It means this is to split the first variable with the second variable. So this is the second variable, and the value will be 5, 6, 7, and so on. So there will be another n. There will be another n. There will be another n, and so on. Now let's take a look on the Google report. I cannot make it big. So if you look at this one, search, you have the question mark. Okay, maybe let me just copy and paste here. So this is the link from Google. We have the question mark. Question mark means this is the query. Q. Q is the query that you want to get from the Google. So we have the information system management. N. So it means this is another kind of variable that the Google wants to get from you. So I'm not sure with this one, but I guess this is a kind of number to indicate a website or maybe a kind of advertising. And so we have another variable that Google wants to get. So this is another variable. And then we have n. So this is another splitter for different variable. This is the source. The source equals to HP. So I guess this, yeah, this computer, the computer that I use is the HP. And EI. So there is another kind of variable. This is the information. And if LSIG, then yeah, this one. So you can see every n, it is the splitter. So you have different kind of variable that the Google wants to get it from you. Now, let's try to create a project in the PyCharm and let's see how to distinguish between the get and the post. So later on, we will use filtering or the search function. Let me make a new project. Okay, so I hope that you already have the idea of creating a new project. And one student sent me an email because of the trial version already expired. So she cannot find the FAST API. So the FAST API has not appeared in the PyCharm anymore when the trial version expired. So what should you do? Then you need to use the pure Python. Okay. In that case, you can use the pure Python and then just create the same way as I did in the PowerPoint. Because I still have the FAST API, let me just use the FAST API. But if you want me to create the pure Python, I also can teach you the pure Python. So let's try with the pure Python together. Maybe you can have some idea. If your PyCharm already expired, yeah, we can do it like this one. So I will make the project maybe form processing. Let me create on this window. When you create a new Python project, it is automatically creating the one file, which is main.py, but later we will delete this one. As you may know that the main .py is the main of your project. So let's dealing with this example. The header means I'm going to collect the library like the fast API, the query based model, and then let's say I'm using the email string and there are some optional. Okay, so the header is just the very basic one in order to run your system. And then for the model, last week we create the model in two ways. So you can create your model with the SQL, and you can also create the model with the ORM, the Object Relationship Management. So with the ORM means you are creating the model in one Python file. Last week we learned about the models.py. So we are creating the models in the models.py, and then we generate table based on this models.py. Today I'm going to explain about get and post. So let me make it simple. Okay. So let me make it simple, the model here. I have the user, which is a string. I have email, which is the email string. So what is email string? This is from the Pydantic. So in the Pydantic, they have the attribute type email string. It means whenever you write the email, A, B, C, at. So you know the email should have the at. So this at represent the email string. This is not the common string. And then integer, it is just integer. And bio. Let's say bio is a kind of information who you are. For example, if you're a student, then you can just mention you're a student, and etc. But I put this one optional. What does it mean? Here, we are using one library, typing, which is optional. It means that when you input a file, when you input those information, if this information is not available, no problem. But the other field, the username, the email, and the age should be available. So this is the required. And this is optional. So that's why the first data or the initial data, it will be none. None means nothing. And then let's try to create the data. Okay, I'm using this one. If you do with these users, or if you go to this link, you will add the new data. Now, look at this one. In any of our example previously, we always use app.get. Okay. So now I'm using .post. Okay. So there is two options. We can use app.get and we can use app.post. So the get function you already learned before. We have some benefit of the get, and the post function we also have some benefit. Yes. So we are creating the user. This is to validate. Later on, we will take a look on the JSON. So what is the JSON? So I'm going to use the docs. If email is invalid or if it is a string, then it will return some error message. Okay, so I will show you later for this one. Next, I'm going to use the common one, which is the get user. So the same link, but now we are using the different method. The first is using post and the other is using get. So let's see what is the difference. If you are using the get, the function will be like this one. I'm going to filter based on the age. Filtering based on the age means I'm going to get the integer, and then the query will be none, and the description is filter users by the age. And then I will have another function or another variable that the number will start with 10. So this is the parameters that you are going to put on the link. So here we have the age filter. So I have the age filter. If I have limit, then I will use limit, and it will be split it with the symbol n. For this post, there is no such requirement. So those requirement is only based on the users, where we have the user create. So user create means from the data that we create. So for this one, I will use just a simple JSON. Okay. And once we have the user create, we will put it into the user. So the data will go to this user data. Now let's try to run. Oh, sorry, I haven't. If you are using the Python, if you run this, oh, okay, I don't have the Python tick. So let me check on the setting on the interpreter. So you need to check on the interpreter. Oh, I have the. Hmm. That should be okay. Oh, so because of this Python, I need to use the. So last week, I guess I have the function. Yeah, I need to use the UVCon. So you can go to the terminal. If you are using the Python, you can go to the terminal and then do this UVCon. Oh. Command is not available. Okay, let me check. The UVCon is here. Hmm. So strange. Wait a moment. This one. Okay, let me run from here. Okay, it seems that I need to run this first. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. PIP install this one. Let me check. Mhm. Maybe this one is. Hmm? Okay, it seems it is not connected to the Python. Oh, Python interpreter is in the app local. Where is it? App data, local programs. So I need to check this one. Wait a moment. So IE app data, local programs, Python. Okay. Oh, this one is hidden. So let me just put here. Okay, it seems that I need to restart first. Hmm. Okay, let me check again. Hmm. Okay, so I will run this email validator. Oh, okay, let me check with the SAPI. It seems there's something wrong with the computer. I'm not sure now. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, why it doesn't work in my computer? I don't think already here. Data from like I guess this is the problem of this Python thing. So I will remove the email string at this moment. I'm not sure what happened to this computer. In my computer, it is working well. Yeah, let me check again about the email string. So the problem is about the email string. I need to check why it doesn't work in this computer. In my laptop, it is okay. So nothing happens actually when you open the homepage, but yeah, you need to go to the docs, and I would like to show you how we can deal with this one. Mm, so let's deal with the post at the first time. In the post, you can see post and get. Okay, so there are two different functions. The post is in the green color, get is in the blue color. The post, if you click the try out, okay, if you click this try it out, you will see this kind of format. So what is this one? So I can say this is the specify the data in the form of JavaScript object notation, JSON. Okay. Before, we already have at least three kind of attributes: username, email, it's. Okay. So the username, let me just use this one. So here username, it is a string, email, it is a string, it's is 0 because it is integer, bio is a string. So you can put like this one and then execute it. There are two kind of response. The first response is curl and the second response is URL. If you look at this one, the curl shows this is the link using the post, and then it accepts the application, and the data is username equals to path, email is this one, age is 30, and the bio is student. The request URL is this one. So we have no data shared on the link. There is no data shared on the URL. And if you look at the response, 200. So 200 means success. It means your data is okay, is good. Now, let's try to omit one data. Let's suppose I do not input the, okay, let's suppose I want to modify this one and I do not include it on the JavaScript object notation. So when I execute this one, there is nothing here, but when you see this one, it seems there is okay. However, when you look at this code, now the code is 422. So the message was error, unprocessable content. Why? There is no such detail on this one, but the message is only this one. The detail type is missing. So there is a kind of attribute missing from the data. In this case, yeah, maybe you can see here, it is obvious that the missing is it's, yeah, but sometimes you cannot see clearly about the error. Then if you know that the missing is it's, you can make it it's, okay. And then let's say I give you a message with the string 10, and then if I execute again, this one is error. Why? The requirement of the age is integer, so you cannot put any string. When you put a string, yeah, then it will be error. So it is not clear what is the meaning by 67. So this is a message from the PaaS API, and sometimes you need to try to figure out by yourself. Then let's say I'm changing this one, or maybe this is not only about the problem of string, because there's also the structure. You need to put the comma. Let me put the comma. Okay. Now they have the message that the error happens in the age, and the message, the input should be a valid integer, unable to pass the string as integer. So if you understand how to get this error message, it is easy for you to check whether your code is correct or not. Then let me change to 10, like this one. And then now the code becomes 200. So it is success. And there is no error message on your data. Okay. The second one, let's go to the get. Okay, how to deal with the get. So this is the post and this is the get. The get function, as you already learned from the first section, if you try it out, you can fill into this text box. So the age filter is like 10, for example. The limit is 10, for example. Just if you execute it, then this is the curl, and you can see this is success with the code 200. Now you will see the URL. So the URL contains the variable name, which is the age filter, and the limit. N, the symbol N is the separator between the variable 1 and variable 2. And the variable 1, the value is 10, the variable 2, the value is 10. And the variable will be started with the question mark. So the question mark means the query. So using the get, you can see all the variables and the values. But when you do with the post, nothing. You can see only the link and the data that you have. This one is the data, username, email, its bio. They are in the variable. So it means your data is safe and you can avoid the data privacy issue. So you can see if you are using the cat, you will have the question mark. It is for the splitting from the link and the variable. So this is the variable, this is the variable name, this is the value, and then this is the separator, this is the variable name, and this is the value. If it is 200, then it means success, no error, and you can see the URL from the cat. Okay, so let's have a break. Okay, I will continue after the break.